Let's see. It is currently 7:20 p.m. A little later than I intended to start streaming, but who cares? Anyway, let's get right into it. This is the one I was doing, right? Yeah, obviously. Doesn't have the star on it, so it's not complete. Hello, everybody. Enie's 20. Oh, wait. Where's my light? Gets a little dark in here. I forgot to put the dragon on me. Oh, good times. Explore Lady Lake once again. Yeah, this time, let's make it better. Anyway, so how y'all doing? See what y'all got to say. Plague. Oh, right, the plague. I forgot about that. It's been a long time. The plague. Hey, Mikleo, what you guys say? Talk to the townsfolk. Okay. Turtle Hellions. I'm pretty sure that's actually something that happens. The bridge southwest of here is washed away. Yeah, everybody keeps talking about that. It sucks for merchants. The sparrow feathers. They shit out of luck. Some knight went out to do good. Father Brenner. I think I know who that is. I heard a soldier was injured while patrolling the Galahad Ruins. I don't know what that is. Points of interest, where? Huh. Is this it? You can recover by using a life bottle or just winning. I mean, don't you wish, really? Right. I legitimately don't remember. Advanced techniques. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember anything advanced. I'd rather not make it more complicated for myself. I don't even remember how to do mystic arts. I'm sure I'll figure it out at some point. I don't even think the blast gauge is a thing yet, which is what you need to do mystic arts, so I think we were supposed to go into the church. It's either that or we had to go visit Alicia again and talk to her. I know there's a dungeon here we gotta do later, but I don't know if that's now. I know where it is because, well, I played the game before, but you know how things go. But I think the one advantage of this New Game Plus is hope. Wait, what? Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot about that. It's not like it led to a skit, so what was the point? I don't think fathers are supposed to give scoldings. And I don't mean the fathers as in dads. I mean fathers as in religious guys. Or maybe they're actually really good at it. Yeah, I thought so. The silver chests look weird in that light. It looks different. I don't need to save, I just started playing. Alright, so then Alicia it is. And if not Alicia, or I don't even think it's Alicia herself. I think it's just something in the royal quarter, as they call it in Tales of Zestiria. Yeah, everybody's talking. Okay, so the Galahad Ruins. I don't remember what that is, but they're talking about the bridge, which I know what that is. And there's a bridge. I was close to it when we were on the overworld. It's supposed to connect to another part of the overworld, but it's broken. Maryland. I remember that place too. You guys want to chat? Can I get in? Bartlow. Such a dumb name. It's such a de facto politician name. I hope everything sounds good so far. I know we're just on the overworld, so nothing's super loud. I think I saw her. Hello? Hello? Nope, she's very lost in thought. Let's not bug her. Oh my gosh. Alright, so I think I am supposed to go to the waterway or whatever it is. That was my assumption, but you know. Oh no, we gotta go to the ruins first, because I'm trying to remember at what point does Mikleo become... I don't even know, like an official serif? I don't even know. Because like, as you can see, Mikleo, unlike... What's her name? I just got her and I can't remember her name now. Red Lady, Fire Lady. Lila. Like, she can go inside of Cerise. Because that's like, he's allowing her to use him as a vessel. Mikleo gets it at some point too. I just, once again, don't remember the order of operations of when we get to that part. Oh no.
Now I've grasped this area quite well.
Watch it. There's someone suspicious afoot. Is it a turtle, Hellion?
The hell you mean, turtles, Hellion? I'm just a turtles.
Turtles? So wait a minute. Are they seraphim?
Turtles are turtles. Can't you tell from looking at us?
Oh, sorry. Oh, brave new world that has such turtles in it.
Ain't you ever seen a turtles before?
No.
What are you, some bumpkins? Well, lucky for yous guys, we turtles are a forgiving bunch.
My sister does not like these guys.
Oh, thank you.
She finds them kind of annoying.
Of course, the big-heartedness of the
Or-
turtles is proportional to the size
Or
of our
like, I don't
shells.
even know it was annoying. She just
And
doesn't
what
like
were
them,
you
I think,
doing
because she
here?
doesn't understand
I'm
why they
making
even
maps
exist.
for our purposes.
Oh, maps. Come to think of it, we don't have any decent maps. The one in the Celestial Record is quite old.
Yous guys sure are reckless. Says, can
Well, I gotta
show
give
you
him
some
credit
of
for
my
giving me a
maps?
map.
They're chock full of useful informations.
Thanks. It's a big help.
Yeah, I have money.
Thank yous. I'm darn pleased that you bought my maps.
You bought a map of adventure from the turtles. These maps will add more geographical information, blah blah blah. Okay, so the thing about turtles is that they have, what's it called? In Tales games, there's things called cats, which are these small, tiny people that look like they're wearing cat suits. And they're almost like Moogles, kind of. They appear in a bunch of Tales games. And then later on, they added like cows, which are the same things, but in cow suits. And now they have turtles. And turtles are just kind of like, they're the really weird ones, honestly. But, I don't know. I mean, I don't mind it as much as my sister. I do admit they're odd. But the reason I hate this turtle is because he leads you on a quest. A long side quest that lasts the entire game, where he has to find someone who betrayed the turtles. See? I's got this area covered. I's not gonna let him get away. Him. There's like an evil turtles that you have to find. And the quest ends in a boss fight against the evil turtle. And he's stupidly overpowered. He's very strong.
An underground waterway. Sounds worth looking into.
So this is where we
One
go.
of them hasn't returned yet. Wonder if he's okay. Are you going? Yeah, I'm worried about anyone who isn't coming back.
Oh yeah, he is single. We bought his map. So Pete, it all sounds good. You can hear the characters say things. You can hear a little bit of the music. You can hear my annoying voice.
You can feel it, can't you?
I can. There's definitely strong malevolence coming from the center of town.
Okay, first dungeon of the game.
I must say, your ability is indeed impeccable. like you're acclimating to your power already, far faster than I'd even imagined.
I am?
The day when you will come into the true power of the Shepherd is not far off.
What kind of power is that?
Oh, sorry about that. You were saying?
Well, we'll find out soon enough.
Yep.
And if you're gonna ask me for spoilers, don't. I don't remember. I don't remember what the true power of the Shepherd is. If it's even anything worth getting all up in arms over. I know how this game ends. I'm trying to get that sense of disappointment as far away from me as possible. Ew.
It's a Hellion! Get back!
No way. I'm helping too.
I told you, Lila and I have this. Get back! Would the
Yeah,
person
that's...
inside be okay if we hit them?
Slimes can soften physical attacks with their bodies.
Does that mean it's harder to defeat them?
No, I just meant that the person inside should be fine.
Well, there's some good news. Be gone! Struck, sweet dreams!
Radiant heat! Clear!
Ready? Full stage! Hang on, everyone!
Ah, stop it.
Ready? No escape! How's this?
Flames of crimson!
Flow and surge! Ready?
This is my path.
No escape! It's over!
Bird is the word! Splendid job, Cerise.
Let's keep it up!
Battle talents. Orthodox sword-wielding fighter. I guess that means normal? Because unorthodox is weird. Stat boosting effects. Alright. Our fine shepherd wields a variety of elements, so it's handy to confirm the enemy's weakness. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, he does have that power.
Thank you for rescuing me.
A lot of Suray's arts are elemental, so it's important to
He would
follow the
believe you even if you
flowchart of
told
his
him.
attacks to the appropriate elements.
You were drowning.
Because like you don't want to accidentally finish with your fire hit or your fire combo when you're fighting a fire enemy, which I did tons of times.
I'm fine, I promise. I can get back by myself.
His true power is leading all the sheep.
All right then. Now we can romp around the ruins without that weighing on our minds. Mikleo?
From now on, I'm fighting too.
But you don't have the power of purification.
So what are you asking me to do? Stand around behind you and twiddle my thumbs? I didn't come along just to be a liability for you.
Mikleo.
Lila, is there any way I could use the power of purification as well?
There is one way. You could become a sublord and place your power alongside mine. And like me, you would need to dwell inside Cerise, my vessel.
I'll do it.
No, hold on now. You need to think about this first.
I need to think about this? I don't recall a whole lot of thinking when you decided to become a shepherd.
That was
True enough.
completely different. Is purifying Hellions your life dream? I doubt it.
I am a serif. Hellions are my natural enemy. Is it so strange that I should want to eliminate them?
I don't know. Do frogs try to eliminate snakes?
Am I a frog to you?
Why are you getting so hysterical? Listen to me, Mikleo.
I'm not getting hysterical.
Mikleo.
Your liability will be waiting back at the end.
Cerise, we should go after him.
He said he's going back. Let him have his way.
I see. This is youth, brotherhood between men.
I guess you could call it that.
But even so, you should know what you did was cruel. Surely you understand how Mikleo feels, don't you? I've decided.
Huh? About what?
Moving on ahead. Yes, this is a fine idea.
I don't even get what you're talking about.
What's new?
Well, the ruins won't explore themselves, though that would be grand.
I mean, I guess. So, oh yeah, and there, I already got the key to open bronze chests and all that. So, Yeah, Mikleo leaving is a lot less dramatic when you realize it's because the gameplay was not built to have a serif fight on their own. Once again, Tales of Zestiria's biggest weakness is how it decided to handle its party. Which is, once again, that you have to have you can't have 4 people in battle. You have 2 pairs of 2 people in battle, which is a very huge distinction. So even if Cerise was like, yeah, Mikleo, you can fight with us, he still wouldn't be able to fight with you because he doesn't have a human to attach himself to. And you're like, well, I guess that makes sense because Cerise and Lila fight because she's his lord, and she dwells inside him. Makes sense. Yeah, except that when Alicia joins your team later on, she is not capable of holding Seraph inside her, and yet they are still able to fight linked to her. So it's like, but then how does that make sense? They write it off as having Alicia become like Cerise's knight, like his specific underling. I forget, squire, I think it is the word that they use, and that's why they're able to link alongside them. But basically, it's a bunch of poor excuses as to why you have to. You can't have 3 people in battle. It's impossible. Your party is either 1, 2, or 4. It's never 3.
A seal, is it?
When authorities find relics or artifacts that are politically inconvenient for the current regime, they tend to brand them forbidden and seal them away from prying eyes.
Whoa, Cerise there with the real talk.
If the seal was placed there by the royal family, that would suggest the key is connected to them as well. Huh? What's up?
You certainly are quite the budding archaeologist.
Yeah, ever since childhood, exploring ruins was pretty much the only hobby Mikleo and I ever had. That Mikleo, if I ever discovered anything, he'd run out the next day and discover something else.
And?
Oh, that's about it.
Can you unlock the seal?
Oh, right. I think I'll examine
Well,
the
it
door
is
a bit
like
more.
Blades and Drivers in Xenoblade 2, but the big difference is that Xenoblade 2
I can sense the ancient
has a
We're near one.
has a sensible party system. You know, where the characters are linked, but you still have exactly the party that you need. It's always going to be 3 people. You know, regardless of how many blades you have, except for, you know, story reasons when maybe Rex is by himself, or this is happening, or that's happening. But that's acceptable. Here, I don't like it. I really don't like it. I feel like it's a lot more limiting than it should be.
What could this be?
And that's not even getting into armatization, which we will cover when we get there. Which armatization is really cool. It's a really cool thing, but it just presents another problem, I feel, in how this game handles combat. So yeah, to open this door, you need the royal knife, which is the
Wow,
thing
it
that
certainly
Rose
is a
wanted
neat
to buy
key.
from you
It looks just like a knife.
at the beginning of the game,
That's because it is.
or earlier. So if we did sell it, I wonder what would happen. Maybe we would sell it and she'd just give it back to us because it didn't feel right for her to take it. Or maybe she's like, ah, this is like royal family thing. Maybe it's more trouble than it's worth and she'll just give it back to us or something. I don't know. I am curious. Maybe I should have sold the knife. I think that's what I told myself to do last time I played the game. Oh, my 3rd playthrough. Assuming there's ever a 3rd, I'll try it that way.
I'm counting on you. Bats can see things even in the dark.
You mean with sonar? Man, I wish I could do that. Ready? No escape!
But yeah, right there you can see the conversations the characters are having whenever you encounter a new enemy type. It's actually one of my favorite things about this game, and I wish more games would do it.
Purification complete.
It's like flavor text. It's just fun to listen to them blabber about the enemies that you're fighting. It makes the enemies feel a little bit more important as opposed to just generic monsters. They're still generic monsters, but at least there's little tidbits. And some of them are funny, especially when you get a bigger party together. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's a little awkward. Yeah, it's just another shop. And I can hold 30 items now. That's cool. Yeah, whenever you go to shops, the shops level up. You become like a more regular customer, basically. I've never got anything to max rank because I didn't. Hopefully I can get something to max rank now that I have some bonuses from New Game Plus. But we'll see. It's only a matter of time. What's adorable? The weird dancing turtle? Or what?
Whoa. Check it out. That sword is ginormous.
Ginormous
This is
isn't
an
a
altar to
word.
the sacred blade. It was constructed in the era of Asgard.
Yeah, the
Lila,
shopkeeper wavy
do
hands
you
are
know
pretty
about
great.
this? Lila?
Is this actually a sword? It looks more like
What's
a
that?
monument. But I guess that's the point. It's a sword monument. Altar of the Sacred Blade.
This is where I formed the pact with the previous shepherd.
Really? But then, why couldn't you tell us before?
You and Mikleo looked like you were both having so much fun. I didn't want to go and sour your explorer's spirit by spoiling the end. And on top of that, I kept silent for your sake.
For my sake?
I want you to understand, you must not feel obligated to bear the world's burden on your shoulders alone.
Huh?
So, how does it feel having reached these ruins? You don't feel as excited as you imagined you might be, right? By any chance, do you know why this is?
Well,
You do not wish for your friends to share the burden of your duty. Is that correct?
I guess I'm really that transparent, aren't I?
This is a problem that always arises between the shepherd and their seraphim friends, no matter the era. Cerise, you must understand how Mikleo feels, do you not?
Yeah.
Very well. There is nothing left for me to tell you.
Thank you, Lila.
And now, allow me to show you the real reason I brought you all the way here. I want to bestow this onto you.
A jewel?
They are called iris gems in the world of humans. But they are originally known as the Earthen Historia.
Oh, right, these things.
Iris gems. Earthen Historia.
So, can you see anything?
Huh? Like what?
The object you are holding allows those with resonance, that is, the ability to sense seraphim, to see the memories that are contained within. They should serve you well as guideposts in your search for the Lord of Calamity.
But I can't see anything.
You can't? That certainly is odd. Cerise?
Maybe
What's
it'll
it
come
back?
to you.
There's nothing more we can find out.
But,
Hey, we can come back anytime we need to.
indeed, and with Mikleo, of course.
Oh, I can't explore this nice place anymore. Oh, there it is.
The altar of the sacred blade. So this is where shepherds in the past made their pacts.
Yes, though this occurred long, long ago.
Is the symbol of the shepherd a sword?
No. Why do you think so?
I saw a mural once depicting the ancient hero raising up a sword in the ruins in Alicia. And heck, you were lurking in the sword this whole time, waiting for the shepherd.
Well, not all shepherds wielded a sword in battle. The shepherd's sword is like a manifestation of the people's hopes to cut through calamity and malevolence and open a path to a brighter future.
A symbol of hope. And this sword,
Your sword does look a bit strange,
it's probably a ceremonial sword. I found it in the ruins.
so that's why there isn't a blade.
It's just for self-defense. It's useful for, like, training with Mikleo.
I see. A sword that does not cause unnecessary pain.
Though I don't know how easy it'll be to cut a path to the future with this.
It's kind of
Today,
dull.
This sword is merely a representation. What you do with it, what you slay with it, to understand the truth behind it all, is the key.
Got it. I'll search for the answer.
Skits in this game are a lot longer than in Vesperia, that's for sure. Symphonia and Abyss had some skits of varying lengths, but a lot of them were not meaty, but they felt like they had content, you know? Vesperia's skits are very brief. Most of them. Some of them are longer, but most of them are very short, which is kind of surprising. But this game, wow, they talk a lot.
Is this sealed as well? From the inside?
This is an altar created in order to bring forth shepherds. It does not open unless one can wield the flames of purification.
Wait a
How you
minute.
doing today, Pete?
Doesn't that mean anyone who failed to become a shepherd could never get out of
Oh
here?
my gosh. Oh, that would suck. I
Indeed,
mean, there
it
is
a
another
relic of a
entrance,
much
but
crueler era.
I see.
You have already been bound to me and are quickly becoming accustomed to my power. I expect you should be able to wield the flames of purification by now.
So, all I have to do then is light this torch?
Yes, but be wary. Those who could not become shepherds may have perished here, but their emotions linger on. This malevolence hangs here like a miasma.
Meaning that
yay.
Hellions are lurking about, right?
Exactly. Proceed with caution.
Okay.
You know what's really funny? When I asked you what you were doing, I turned to my phone. Ah yes, Silver Flame. I remember this stuff. I can throw fire now. Yeah. Like, cause my phone is displaying the Twitch chat, and that's where your messages are. So when I asked you a question, I looked at it, like I was addressing you.
Cerise, I'm counting on you.
Be gone! Let's get him! Right! Sweet dreams! Not yet! No escape!
Wonderful.
How's this? Yeah!
Radiant Wing!
Purification complete!
Fusion. Oh right, yeah, never mind. Nah, phone lava digger. It's really funny too because like one of the things I need to mention because Lila did it in the battle and I didn't comment on it because I'm dumb. But Lila, she has a move where she sends out a little flaming bird, you know? Like it's made of fire, she shoots it out to attack. And when she uses that attack, she sometimes says bird is the word. And it's just, it's great. It's really good. 10 out of 10.
Cerise, I'm counting on you.
Ready? Strike! Alright! Ready? No escape!
She's the comedy relief in a lot of ways.
Strike! Not yet!
May your soul
Be gone!
all is done here.
I mean, why switch characters? I like playing as Cerise. I tried all the characters at one point. I think I am the best with him. I think I like playing as Rose because, you know, I like
I can't
physical
believe it.
attackers more than
There's
anything.
so many of them.
I have no idea. Do you feel any different? A new power manifesting, or a new sort of strength welling up inside you? Do you feel like that at all?
Huh? I don't feel any different.
So it really hasn't happened yet.
Look at the little plush
too
Baul on
many.
his shoulder.
Is there any end to this?
We have to break on through.
Okay.
We can do this. It's not that bad. Ow, now they're smacking me.
Let's get him. It's over. Let's get him. Be gone. No escape.
There's no end to them.
Give your all to defense. We can still pull through.
Ready? Strike.
Jeez, why are so many of you guys? What are y'all doing here? Is there like a party going on I don't know about?
Ready? Strike. How's this? Whoa. Ready? Strike. How's this? Yeah. Be gone. No escape. It's over.
Oh my gosh, why are there so many of you?
Be gone. Strike. It's over. Be gone. No escape.
Jeez.
Ready?
Ah!
You can use it now.
What are you talking about?
It is time you knew the true power of the Shepherd.
What?
I bear my true name.
This is...
Is this already where I get armatization?
Harness the power that flows from it and let it become your armor. That is the true power of the Shepherd.
All right, I'll give it a try. Be gone!
Armatizer, L1.
Fethmus Mioma!
Oh yeah, Fethus Mioma, that's what it was called.
This is armatization.
Wow! I can feel such incredible power! All right, time to finish this!
I forgot this happened so soon, honestly.
Burn!
Watch out.
Break through! Burn away! Pillars of flame!
Dang. They didn't stand a
Too
chance.
That was wonderfully done, Cerise. Armatization itself is proof of one's status as a shepherd. It means you have mastered its power.
Still, that was way too close for comfort. Gaining that new power right at the last second there.
I'll say, I must admit even I was worried. But in the end, you
Nah.
did an absolutely marvelous job.
Have a bit more faith,
Ah,
please.
Shucks. Come on, you're embarrassing me.
So I
By
have
the way, since the
a
Hellions
lot
are
to
so
say about
powerful,
armatization,
what
like
else
an
can you tell
essay's
them about
worth.
the armatization?
How do I do that?
Huh?
I can't get it off.
What? Is that what's supposed to happen?
That's what I want to know.
So, you can't read the Earth in Historia. You were able to unleash the power of armatization with amazing speed, and yet now you can't turn it off. Cerise, you're just a total mess.
Oh, rude.
It's a mess, I guess.
Come on, Lila.
It's not that bad.
Oh, there it goes.
I suppose once the Armatus has been invoked, you'll just have to wait until it dissolves. I'm sure in due time you'll be able to use it at will.
If you say so.
Yeah, he did kind of go Super Saiyan. So, armatization is interesting. When I don't know if you noticed, but when I'm fighting as Cerise, he has a 4-hit combo that he does. It's 4 different attacks. That's how his art's flowchart goes. In armatized mode, your art's flowchart is only 3 hits. You only get 3 attacks, but they're really strong. They have a wide range, and you know, so it's like it's a trade-off. You have less attacks, but they're more effective, basically. So that's one thing about them. Another cool thing too is that because Cerise fused with one of his lords, in this case Lila, he when he attacks with the arts, you can hear her calling out the art names as well, since you are, you know, fused together. It's the same person, and I actually really like that. I think that's pretty cool when they're fighting in the combo, and
Purification complete.
you hear both their voices. You know, it's as a Dragon Ball fan, it's like the fusion.
I just
You know,
saw a monolith
Vegito,
written in ancient
Gogeta,
tongue.
all of them, It's both the characters talking at the same time. Go tanks. So I like that. So Armatization is cool because visually it looks cool. You know, Saray going Super Saiyan, that's awesome. The attacks really look cool. The mystic arts you can perform while you're in Armatization are cool.
I don't think we've checked that monolith out
The
yet.
issue with Armatization is once again an issue with potty formation. So in this game, like I've said many times, you can only have an active potty of 1, 2, or 4 people because the characters need to be linked together. As you can see, like Saray and Lila's stat screens on the bottom are linked together. They're connected. So Saray's whole deal is that well, I mean 1, 2, or 4. You can have 3 people in battle, I think. I could be wrong about that. But regardless, it's not like it's up to you. But because they're linked, so the reason they're linked is so that your characters can armatize. So Saray can armatize with whoever he's linked to, you know. But the thing is that once they armatize, they become one character. So your stats fuse, your HP, your strength, and all your stats combined, and you become one stronger character. But you only count as one character now. So if you die while you're armatized, I don't think it's exactly a game over, but it's really inconvenient. I think it's a game over. If it's not a game over, then what it is that the characters forcibly split up, but the serif is now dead. And so it's good, but like when you have 4 characters and they both armatize, you're down to 2 characters. And I don't know if the stat boosts and the attacks are enough to make up for that, but that's why the game kind of suggests you that that you don't rely completely on armatizing. It's better to armatize and de-armatize and armatize again, you know, as the situation calls for it. But it's just really inconvenient that when you need that power boost, it's still low. It cuts down your potty, you know, to just 2 people running around instead of 4, which is really inconvenient. So it's just like, I guess the whole thing is there's a lot of good things about it and a lot of drawbacks, but ultimately the biggest issue with it is just how it reflects to the game's issues with potty size and how it doesn't let you have a completely unique potty. Like, if I had to sacrifice being able to armatize to have a more imaginative party, I would gladly take that. Like, if I want a potty of Saray, Mikleo, Lila, and Dezel, I should be able to do that. But I can't. Your potty is always limited to Saray and Alicia, and then your choice of 2 serifs, or Saray and Rose, and your choice of 2 serifs. If you're not using Rose or Alicia, and you're just Saray, then you only have a choice of 1 serif. I guess the way that they counter that is that you're able to swap serifs on the fly. So I don't know if you see it, but the little link thing that connects Saray and Lila's stats, it's like a cross, and it's got 4 sets in it. The top one is fire, that's Lila. So if Lila is almost close to death, you can swap to a different Shepard, a different serif, and she'll start healing while you're using this new full HP serif, and it's kind of cool, but I don't know.
I doubt he's at the inn.
I just have a lot of issues with not being able to fully use a potty of whatever I want to do.
So, the ruins below spread out all over the place, right? If that's the case, I'll bet Mikleo went off to search for another entrance. One that's not this one.
Huh? You mean Mikleo went into the ruins alone? How dangerous, how downright reckless of him. The Hellions here are spreading like wildfire. You just saw firsthand what a force they are to be reckoned with. How can you be so calm when your friend is in peril like this?
He'll be fine. I know he's not the type to let his guard down when he's faced with real danger. And I'm sure he knows full well that he has no ability to purify the Hellions all by himself. Don't worry.
You really do have the utmost faith in him, don't you?
Well, it's a love-hate sort of thing.
Nah. At least he's honest.
So Mikleo has a sort of rivalry going on with you, and thus you went alone to search for the ruins rather than return to the inn. But you're sure he wouldn't do anything dangerous by himself. So then, what are your plans now, Saray?
Man, you sure have a mean streak, you know that?
Oh, do I?
But anyways, first I have to return this to Alicia.
Oh, the knife you used to open the door.
We found this at the ruins, where I first met her. It was probably handed down by the royal family. I'm sure it's very important. Before I begin my duty as a shepherd, I feel like I should return it.
Indeed.
Lila, you had something else to tell me, right? About what it is to be the shepherd. I'd like to hear the rest of what you had to say.
It's true, I do. But first, to that same end, there are things I would like to ask Alicia as well.
Perfect. Let's head over to her manor then.
We might find Mikleo as well.
Oh, yeah. He'll probably give up and wander back anytime now.
Now that would be perfect.
Yeah, Cerise cares very much.
Boy, I knew you had a mean streak.
And to everyone else, it's like Cerise talking to no one. Having a whole big, in-depth conversation. Let me see. Can I change my equipment yet, or? Nah. I mean, I don't have to, but... when it comes to equipment in this game, much like Final Fantasy IX and Tales of Zestiria, they have little, you can see little gauges on the top of the stars. The longer you have it equipped and the more you use it, it'll like power up and get mastered, right? And when it's mastered, it's open to certain other things that it's capable of when it comes to fusing with other items and all that. So it's probably in your best interest to keep the items on until they're mastered completely. For me, I don't really care. I mean, I shouldn't care because this is New Game Plus, but I also can't resist. Oh, I got new arts. I haven't used them at all, have I? So, alright, so... directional. I now have Tiger Blade, which is on up and down, and Freezing Strike, which is on left. Okay. Cool. Let's do that. Let's try that out. But yeah, potty management is, it's... like, I mean, my whole issue with it is, because I guess, having the characters
so you made it out okay.
split up is,
You really saved my butt
like,
back
the ability
there.
to
Thanks so much.
swap
Oh,
serifs
no,
on the
it was
fly
nothing
was supposed to
really.
be an answer to not being able to
We
have a
owe you
fully
our thanks as
customizable
well.
potty. It's not
When
really
this guy went missing,
an
we
exception
thought
that I
he'd just
like,
up
though.
and gone home already.
Whoa now, hang on a second. Aren't you the shepherd? That outfit fits the description in all the rumors to a T.
Well,
For real? This is the guy that pulled the sword? I figured you were something special, but this is more than I even bargained for.
Gotta thank you proper for saving me. Wanna get some grub later?
To think I'd become buds with the great shepherd himself. My wife and kid are gonna scream the roof off when they hear this.
well, I don't know if...
Things must be tough, but hang in there.
We'll be cheering you on.
He'll be all right. He's the one who removed
Great. See you soon, Shepard.
I mean, Cerise, I know you're humble and all that, but if someone offers free food, you fucking take it.
They certainly were a lively bunch.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. Everyone back home in Alicia is a little more relaxed.
You spent your whole life in the village of the Seraphim, right? With no other humans around for miles.
Until I met Alicia.
I see.
I'll be honest, the more I think about it, the more I realize that maybe I'm being a little too harsh. Because, like, the more I talk about it, the more I realize that it seems like they were... like, they considered it. Like, they realized, hey, we're not actually letting you pick your potty. So maybe we should do something to counter that. How about we have it so that you can change half your potty on the fly? And it's like, okay, then I guess that's a good compromise. But once again, the issue still becomes that the characters can't engage individually. If I did not need another human character, I would have no complaints. Like, if I could literally make a party of Cerise, Lila, Dazzle, and Edna to be active, then I'd be fine. And it's like, well, then how would you swap? And it's like, well, if you're Cerise with Mikleo, and then there's Rose with Edna, as Cerise, you can't swap to Edna. So if you're in a party with Cerise, Mikleo, Edna, and Dazzle, then the only serif you can swap to as Cerise is Lila, because she's available. But I think the game has a mechanic where you can tell your ally to switch Shepard. So if I'm controlling Cerise, I'm using Lila, and Rose is using Dazzle, but we're fighting an enemy that's wind-based, I can tell Rose to swap to Edna instead. You know, I could do that. So if I can do that, then theoretically, in a situation where I don't have Rose, but I have 3 serifs, I can tell one of the other serifs to swap over to the 4th one whenever I want, right? And then there. Like, it needing to be linked is the big issue, and that I wish this game didn't have. Everything else is fine in terms of the party, just not that.
It's quite all right. I very much appreciate your diligence.
And you? Do you consider yourself prepared?
Yes. I shall do everything within my power that I can.
Your distinctive personality is a point I greatly admire as your teacher, but I am aware that it also tends to drive the chancellors up the wall. Don't push yourself too hard. I'll let you know if anything happens.
Yes. Oh, Cerise!
Oh, hello there.
Nah. Empty
Should
space.
I come back later?
Not at all. I was just leaving.
Oh, you're...
I thank you for your help at the festival, Shepard Cerise. I am Maltran, Knight Preceptor and Advisor to the Royal Army of the Kingdom of Highland.
Nice title.
Please do all you can to help Alicia. She could use the support of a good friend.
Yes, of course. Wow, I gotta say, she's totally got it together.
I know, right? My dream is to be as cool as her.
Nah.
Let's walk while we chat.
Walk where? I guess to the
You were
patio. There's
investigating
nowhere
the
else to go
ruins,
here.
correct?
Well, yes, that's true.
Yeah, ruins are fun. Seriously, I like the optional ruins you can explore whenever you want in this game. It's a really cool touch. Although it's probably best to wait till you have all the serifs and all the powers. Because some ruins have areas you can't go to until you get certain powers. It's like, right now all I have is Lila's power. The fire.
This is for you.
My knife! Did you find this at the ruins near Alicia?
Yeah, I figured it was yours.
This is an important item that's been handed down in my family for generations. I thought I'd never see it again.
And there's an option to
Thank you
fucking
so
sell
much.
it. Like, I mean, is it worth it?
I apologize, but may we get down to the matter at hand?
Lady Lila, forgive me.
Wait! Did you just...
I could hear her. I definitely heard Lila's voice.
Well, this is quite the surprise. Hello? I see. So it won't be that easy just yet.
Lila?
I'll explain things, but first, take her hand again.
Lila says she'll explain. Can you give me your hand again?
Sure.
If only it was that easy to hold a girl's hand. Saray,
Yes,
you lucky
yes,
son of
I
a
can.
bitch.
Loud and clear.
I haven't even held my breath yet.
At this point, you've grown much more accustomed to my power, to the extent that you can now do what you did before without dulling your other senses.
I don't feel any different, though.
That's good news. It means you don't have to go through all that hassle anymore to make her voice carry.
It was fun in a way, but good riddance.
All right, very well then. Shall we begin?
All right. Lila needed to talk with you about something.
And does Saray ever get mad?
I would ask that you lend us your power, so that we may find the vessels and the lords of the land.
May I ask what those might be?
To explain fully, I shall need to tell you how this world we live in.
Alright, here we go. Lore drop. I know
In
everything she's
ancient
about to say,
times,
but...
the seraphim and humans worked together in order to protect their land from the malevolence.
The seraphim and humans work together?
If the vessel they dwelled in was pure of heart and harbored no malevolence, those seraphim with power would become lords of the land. And through worship by the people, they gain the ability to expand the area of the Blessed Domain, which repels the influence of the malevolence. The sanctuaries were built to honor the lords of the land and keep the area around the sanctuary safe from malevolence. However, the sanctuary in this town has neither a lord of the land nor a vessel, let alone anyone who will properly pray to them.
Is that why there's so much bad stuff going down around here?
Yes, even if the Shepherd purifies the malevolence, it will be impossible to maintain the land's protection without the blessings of the Lord of the Land.
I see. So you wanted to ask Alicia for help in finding a suitable vessel for the Lord of the Land?
And should they be found, if those of the sanctuary would properly worship them both, is that correct?
Precisely. Any ideas?
As for the sanctuary, I'm afraid almost all of the pious ones in my country have lost their sense of gratitude towards the Seraphim.
No way.
However, there is a man named Brunor who has recently ascended to the priesthood. He is a good, sincere man who gave his time to help us prepare for the festival.
Would he help?
Yes, I believe so. Time is of the essence. I'll head for the sanctuary at once.
Well, that was abrupt.
But she's not wrong either. We must hurry.
Alright, so this is actually the big meat of the game. So Cerise's duty is to go to lands covered in malevolence and clear out the malevolence while also finding a vessel and a lord of the land so that the malevolence stays away. And a grand majority of the game is you doing that. You know, it's just go to a new town or a new area, find the serif, find the guy, find an item, find the guy who will pray to the item and the serif, and then wipe the malevolence away and keep it clean. And that's what you're doing. You're going around purifying every major location in the game and some side locations you probably don't actually need to do, but it's good for additional content. And that's it.
She's gone already. She's probably headed over to the
and I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just saying that that's it. Which is interesting. As I was playing the game and I realized that's what the game is, that you're literally doing your duty as this mythic hero. It's like, it's an interesting approach. It's not it is kind of like saving the world, obviously, because, you know, you're keeping the malevolence away, but it feels a lot smaller for a majority of the game. Of course, while you're doing that, there's also the Lord of Calamity. So Cerise is going around cleaning places up, making them look nice, and then he's also looking for the Lord of Calamity, because the malevolence will always be around unless the Lord of Calamity is taken care of, in which case it'll be drastically reduced, and they won't need to protect the Lords of the Land that much, you know? So yeah.
It looks like Father Brunor is out around town on an errand.
So it goes. Any clue as to the vessel, at least?
Legendary janitor.
Something
Yeah,
for
kinda.
malevolence. In the Galahad Ruins north of here, there's a pure and clean waterfall. The kings of Highland traditionally bathe in its pristine holy water before their coronation ceremonies.
Water of utmost purity. That does sound like something that could be a vessel for a seraph.
Is something wrong?
Beasts have taken up residence in the ruins of late. Whatever was there was strong enough to kill all 10 soldiers who came to drive them out.
Hellions?
Likely.
If we don't hurry, then the waterfall could be corrupted by the malevolence.
Wonderful.
I take it that's not all, is it?
The malevolence is strong in Lady Lake. The holy water will absorb its influence before we have a chance to enshrine and worship it. Water in particular is delicate and easily corrupted by malevolence.
No way. Is there anything we can do?
Of course there is. But in that case, we will need the cooperation of a seraph of water. As a fire seraph, I'm afraid I am wholly mismatched.
Mikleo.
Seraph, huh?
Yes.
By the way, whatever became of Mikleo? I haven't heard his voice yet.
We sort of had a fight.
It's a long story.
Anyway, to the Galahad Ruins. There's Hellions to smack.
Let's do what we can first and foremost.
That's a good way to put it, Cerise.
Please let me accompany you.
I would, but you don't have the power to battle Hellions.
But
Cerise, just as the Prime Lord can have sublords, so too can there be squires to the Shepherd. If Alicia becomes your squire, she can fight against the Hellions as long as she is within your domain.
My squire?
But
this sanctuary. No, make that all of the sanctuaries in Highland. They have always been like this from the time I was born. A Highland overrun with malevolence is the only Highland I've ever known. I beg of you, Cerise, please, take me as your squire, so that I may see my homeland free of malevolence.
Just like you'd always dreamed of. As you wish, Alicia. So then, how does this work?
after my incantation, give unto Alicia a true name in the ancient tongue.
Let's see. A true name for Alicia.
A new bud forms on the holy branch. Its flowers bring fruit. Its fruit begets seeds. The circle of destiny turns once more. Give life unto the will of the shepherd, and let it be proof of their bond. Thy true name as a squire shall be...
Melphisamechia!
Happy to be your squire, Cerise.
Happy to have one, Alicia.
I wonder how Cerise comes up with these true names. Festus Mioma is for Lila. I recognize that because you use Lila the most, or at least I use her the most, and so when you armatize, he calls out the name, and he says it a lot. I think it's really funny though how he calls out, okay, so here we are. So there, look, now we have 3 people. And this will continue up until Mikleo becomes a sublord, which is going to happen soon, in which case Mikleo will slot in with Alicia. As I have mentioned before, and as you've seen in the opening for the game though, oh my gosh, Alicia gets done pretty dirty by this game, and it's not, it sucks too because she's not even actually mistreated by this game. It's just that the game doesn't want to use her because of its potty system, where it can't have more than 2 human characters. So that if you have 3 human characters, it's like, well, what's the point at that point? Because you can't even use them. So Alicia's joined our party, and she will be with us for quite a good, a relatively good chunk of time. But in the grand scheme of things, not that much. So once again, as you've seen in the opening animation of the game, in the opening movie, it shows that Cerise and Rose can armatize. Alicia cannot.
So the world teems with these monsters called Hellions that cannot be seen by normal humans. And it is they who are the true scourge of the Age of Chaos.
Yes, the havoc you see in the weather and people's emotions alike all stem from the influence of the Hellions.
The Lord of Calamity creates malevolence and Hellions, and the Shepherd's role is to stop him from doing that.
As is that of the Squire, correct?
I already told Cerise much the same, but this is something I want you to determine for yourself. What you want to do with the world, with the humans, with the malevolence. I'd like you to make your own decisions, based on your honest and forthright heart, rather than having them imposed on you by destiny.
But is it acceptable to express myself that openly? I'm merely a squire.
A squire is not a shepherd's subordinate, but one who provides help to him. There's no need to hold back.
Yep, I'm gonna need all the help I can get.
Okay, then if something is on my mind, count on me to say it.
How inspiring!
Inspiring, but Alicia, you kinda, grazed me.
I'm so sorry. I was in the moment.
Oops daisies. I mean, unlike Cerise's sword, I'm pretty sure Alicia's lance is not dull. So if I remember correctly, the bridge I believe is this way, and we're supposed to go to the Galahad Ruins, which I think is that way. I could be wrong though. Gather holy water from the waterfall at Galahad Ruins, and search for Father Bruno. I already did that. Did I? He was in town. Actually, let me go. I think he's in town. Should I do that first, or should I go find the holy water? I guess it doesn't matter. We're already outside, so let's do the holy water first. I think the Galahad Ruins were this way. I could be wrong. It depends on if the bridge is open or not. The bridge is open, so it's probably this way.
I am ready. What on earth?
Here it comes, Alicia!
Remain calm. Just attack it like you would any other creature.
Ready?
While armatized and idle,
Miss Mioma!
press R2 to perform the rejuvenation.
Release my spirit!
Okay, I get it. Get away from me. Get away from me.
Release my spirit!
Oh my gosh.
Release my spirit!
Okay.
Burning shards! Powers of flame!
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, in case you didn't notice, the enemies are invincible because the game wants me to accomplish something that I couldn't do because they kept hitting me. Alright, I got it done. So yeah, that's another cool thing about being armatized, that you have access to a healing spell, a very powerful healing spell.
You were quite strong, but we're no pushovers either.
And the cool thing about that is that, I mean, it's really cool because it's a healing spell, but that's also very, very necessary because there is no dedicated healer in this game. As a result of you having the inability to completely control what your body is, having like a dedicated healer is probably didn't sound like a good idea to people in charge. So instead, a bunch of the characters kind of have some little healing arts here and there. It's nothing super. While armatized, press R2 during a 3-hit combo to perform a Banish Blast. Alright. Okay, armatized, here we go. Okay, during a 3-hit combo. 1, 2, 3. No, I did it wrong. Let's see, 1, 2. I did it wrong again.
You were quite strong, but we're no pushovers either.
Wow, that wiped them out. See, I forgot about Banish Blast. It's handy, but the thing is, it's like a smash attack basically. You gotta hold it to charge it, then let it go to attack. And enemies love to hit you while you're trying to charge it, and they will smack you right out of it. I mean, I guess it's the same with anything in these games. In Tales games, especially like, because mages obviously they need to do the chant in order to cast their spell, and so the enemies are like, you know, and he's like, you don't get to do that, and they stop you. It's really annoying. But you just gotta deal with it. You just gotta figure it out. Of course, some games also give you the ability to, like, give an ability to your mages that they can't be interrupted while they're casting a spell. I just got that in Vesperia for Rita, but Estelle still doesn't have it, which kind of sucks because you don't want your healer to be interrupted while she's trying to heal. It's very annoying. Nice. I believe this is a destroyed town.
I finished preparing the gel.
Oh yeah, that's also Alicia's talent action, that she can make gel. Some of the characters, a few of the characters have that. So they just make little healing materials and they give them to you for your supply, which is kind of handy. If you, but a lot of the talent actions are handy. You turn them on and then you forget about them, you know. And then you need to drive yourself crazy worrying about how to set it up. I think I'm heading the right way. Let's keep going and see what happens. If I'm going the wrong way, I can always turn around.
I am your opponent, Hellion.
Healer sounds a lot like Xenoblade Chronicles X. This game is kind of bearable. I've never run into a super tough issue because once again, it gets kind of not irrelevant. It's still relevant, but when you have all 4 serif, like I said before, if like Lila's low on health, you can just swap to Mikleo, and while Lila's out of the party, she will heal, and then you're using Mikleo to fight. And it happens with all 4 of the serif that you can have in battle. Whichever ones are not being used by you or Rose will gradually heal, and then you can swap back to them. Mikleo has a healing spell. I don't know if Lila has one, but it's up to the serifs basically to keep the humans with a decent amount of HP, so you don't die all the time. What was I saying? What was the point I was trying to make about dedicated? Oh, what I'm trying to say is that that's acceptable for this game. I feel like it's not that big of an issue in this game. Xenoblade Chronicles X is unacceptable. Them not having any like healer. It's not just that they don't have a healer in Xenoblade Chronicles X. Last I checked, that game has like no healing arts whatsoever. There's like 2, and they're both shitty. There's like one that casts a really weak regen spell on you, and then there's like Mercy, I think, the one that you get from Mediators. I think Irina has it, and it also heals a shit amount of health. So yeah, it's kind of dumb and stupid, and I hated it about Xenoblade Chronicles X, because it's like if you're getting your ass kicked, there's not much you can do. There's like no items you can throw, there's no spells you can cast. I just thought it was a pretty dumb choice overall. Yeah, I mean, from what I recall, that game had a lot of issues. I've gone on record about it though. Oh, by the way, you see this asshole over here? That is a... I forget what he's called. They have a term for them. But for the more Xenoblade impaired, or more like Xenoblade enhanced, these guys are basically unique monsters. They're tyrants. There's one of them in every major area of the game, and killing them grants you a key item that will increase your entire party's HP by a small amount. But they add up when you have a bunch of them together. So as such, these enemies are like level 7, you know, they're on level with you. That guy over there is probably like level 15 or something. He's a notable enough level difference that when I fought him the first time, he killed me. Because I was not aware that that's what he was. Like, I mean, I kind of noticed that he was bigger and he looked different, but I'm like, maybe I could fight him. He killed me so fast I wasn't even able to run away. Like, I hit the escape command when I realized it was going south, but the escape gauge did not fill up in time and I was murderized. So let's not do that.
Such is what I expect of the Seraphim's power.
So, you all know that I'm a gigantic Rose fan. I love her. Like, love, love, love. But Alicia's pretty damn cute, too. You know, not gonna... No one has any right to deny that. I love Alicia. She's great, too. I just love Rose more. But Alicia's great. But, like, my love for Rose and my love for Alicia do not discount the fact that I still think it sucks that you don't get her as a permanent party member ever. Oh, I could have just asked her. I could have just asked her. I'm guessing this is it. Oh, this should say here. Entrance to Galahad Ruins. Yeah, this is it. So I could have just asked her the whole time. Isn't that funny? It's like, so where do I go? Have you tried asking? That never works. Yeah, it really sucks that you don't get Alicia as a permanent party member. Kind of bullshit. You can break apart darkness with fire.
Is everyone ready?
Ready? Let's get him.
I'm glad to have Alicia though. She's so cool.
It's over. Thanks,
So can I do my Mystic Art already, or do I have to wait until a certain point in the game? I'm gonna go into the menus and figure out how to do that.
Let's get him.
This is a Hellion.
You okay?
Sorry. I'm fine.
Yeah, seeing Hellions probably creepy. Cause like, oh, that's a dog. No, it's not. It's not. All right, so how do I do that? Support towns. No. Skills. Battle actions. Not auto guard. How do I do a Mystic Art? Here we go. No, it's not what I want to do. Oh yeah, I have the Mystic Arts. Cool. All right. So a Mystic Art that unleashes. Okay, so Bolt Tempest and Divine Wrath. So Bolt Tempest requires BG3 and Divine Wrath requires BG5, which is max. All right. So how do I do it? A Mystic Art unleashes during a combo in normal state at BG3 or higher. Press and hold O and R2 to activate. All right. Who's ready to see a Mystic Art? You gotta leave soon.
I can sense
No,
the
Pete,
ancient tongue.
why?
We're near one.
You're not allowed to leave. You have to stay here forever. Well, then, let's do a mystic art, and then you can go and get food. Let's find an enemy. Need an enemy. Where's the enemy? So I can fight you. It was O and R2, right? Are you kidding me? Where are all the enemies? I was just... Oh, there's one.
I just saw a monolith written in ancient tongue.
Alright, let's hit this one.
Guess we can't hit them by flailing our weapons. Ready?
Here we go.
Ready? It's time! Howling Blade! Full Tempest! Sweet dreams!
There we go. Gosh, I forgot how quick they activate in this game. That was so sudden. I was not ready for it.
It's over! Sweet dreams!
So does Alicia have hers? No. Control mode. Yeah, she has hers. Awesome.
Here goes! Vanquish! Bye!
Be gone! Strike! How's this? That's what the Shepard can do!
Howling Blade? Bolt Tempest! How could I forget? It's so cool. Alright, let me switch. Yeah, I can never forget. I've used it so much. I love it. Alicia does have hers. Awesome. I don't even remember what it is because when Alicia has her mystic art, you use. Oh my gosh, let's just watch it so I can like commit it to memory since I'll never get to use it again. That was cool.
You can eat as much as you want whenever you're not feeling well.
I mean, can you? There we go. And that was Alicia's and Lila's Concerto Infernus or something like that. How could I forget? I've used that one. Actually, one quick thing before you leave, Pete. A really cool thing about this game that I don't like about Vesperia is the way that overlimits are used in this game are completely individualized. So the characters can use their own overlimit and their own mystic art on their own. They don't need to share a pool like in Vesperia. So I have the comms open to use their mystic art whenever, so they just do it whenever. And it's really cool. You're just in the middle of a fight and all of a sudden mystic art. It's awesome. I love it.
A bow.
You don't have to control them like I was doing. I was just doing it to force them. They'll do it on their own, and it's great.
This bow is a divine artifact.
A what? Oh, right. Hold on. So if this bow is a divine artifact, what does that mean?
A divine artifact determines the form the Armatus will take. Essentially, it serves as a model for the Armatus.
Following
A
along?
model for the Armatus?
Oh, yeah. Like Lila's sacred blade.
The sacred blade of Lady Lake is also a divine artifact.
Huh. And that's why your Armatus is a sword. Hey, does this mean that I can use your sacred blade to armatize with other seraphim as well?
Well, that depends on the circumstances. First, as I mentioned earlier, just as I am the Prime Lord of you, the Shepherd, they would have to become my sublord in turn.
What exactly is a sublord?
Put simply, it is the title for one who assists Cerise while working under the influence of my power.
Howling Blade? Bolt
Consider the
Tempest!
elemental property of the divine artifact. Each seraph has their own unique element that falls under their control. Mine, for instance, is fire.
So if the divine artifacts all have their own elements, does that mean a seraph can't armatize with it if their element is different?
Indeed it does. It would appear this bow's element is water, and Mikleo is a water seraph.
Let's go.
Yeah, just cut that
Cerise
bullshit
does
off
not
right there.
wish to make Mikleo his sublord.
Why not? It's no different than when I was made a squire.
But you called on the Shepherd's power in order to achieve your dream. Isn't that right? Mikleo is different.
I like how even Alicia's like, hang on a second. You let me become your squire. Why can't Mikleo become your sublord? Actually, can I put something new on Alicia? Does she have like new outfits or something? The Pride of Night alt color. Oh yeah, cool. Oh yeah, that's interesting. Just like Rose can wear Alicia's armor. Alicia can wear Rose's clothes as well. That's pretty funny. But I guess it's because like, well, you're never gonna get Alicia again, so we might as well give her outfits to Rose. Forgot to swap her color. Actually, let me do that for Lila too. Why not? I think hers is just white though. Just like all white. Yeah. A lot of the alts I have for the characters are just like all white or all black. It's a little boring. But
I am ready.
Ready?
Now, ready. Go.
Shutterbang! No,
It's
let's
over.
get him!
Come here then. Demon Fang.
oh yeah, I forgot she has Demon Fang, one of the all-time popular and legendary skills in all of Tales of.
Tiger Blade! The ruins are calling me.
I forgot I was still playing as her. I mean, might as well, right? I'm never gonna get another chance.
Ready, everyone?
I don't know if there's a Blossom Dance Mystic Art.
Blade Bang!
There's a bunch that are like a bunch of sword attacks, but I can't think of one that
So
would...
this is the power of purification.
My powers aren't much, but I try.
I'm trying to think, honestly, and I don't know. No, I was thinking of Brilliant Overlord, but I don't think that counts as a Blossom Dance.
Let's
No.
do this!
Lost Phone Drive, maybe, but not really. Who else has swords? It's funny that I'm asking that, because, like, it's like, oh, the legendary serifs all use swords. It's funny because all of the, almost all the Tales of main characters use swords.
Purification complete.
I think there's only one exception, and that was Reed Herschel from Tales of Destiny, I think. He fought with fisticuffs. All the other main characters, Lloyd, Luke, Yuri, Cerise, they all use swords. Although Lloyd had two, so that's different, right? It's like he told Kratos early in the game. He's like, well, if a sword has an attack power of 100, then that means I have an attack power of 200, right? And Kratos is like, oh, is that really why you fight with two swords? And Lloyd's like, yeah, what's wrong with that? And then it's like, you're an idiot.
Weapons ready! Let's get him! Hang on, everyone!
You're gonna have a lot of fun with that in Tales of the Abyss, Pete.
You're also strong.
When you start unlocking Mystic Arts in Tales of the Abyss, there's a lot of really cool ones. Get ready to hear now die a lot, because that's what Luke yells when he does his Mystic Art, which is great. It says here, I forget what Radiant Howl, not what it's called, but I forgot something else about it. It's really cool Mystic Art. What else is there? Oh yeah. Arise, resound, and become the Blade of Destruction. Lost Phone Drive. That's Luke's second Mystic Art, and it's even better.
Let's begin the purification.
Ready?
You're not at the point where the characters start unlocking their Mystic Arts, but I'll let you know when you are, because I remember. Actually, I don't even need to let you know. You'll know. The game will tell you. And you will love it, because Mystic Arts are one of the most fun things to pull off in Tales of games. Because they look so cool. Having the little cut-in with the character's face that comes in is really cool. Also, I don't know if Tales of the Abyss introduced it, but when you use the second Mystic Arts for characters, it has like a full screen image of them, not just a little cut-in. And so everyone's second Mystic Arts have that as well. I think it's also like that in this game. But I don't remember pulling off a lot of second Mystic Arts. I apparently used Cerise's second Mystic Art like 3 times. I don't remember. I don't remember doing it.
You were quite strong, but we're no pushovers either.
Also, Pete, I'm going to let you know now ahead of time, I am streaming again tomorrow. I don't know when, but probably early. I'm probably going to try stream early. Just because I want to make more progress. I want to play more, and I want to get further. Man, she said it. Bird is the word.
Cerise, your right side was wide open.
Really? I need more practice.
Gosh, she really is super cute. Sorry. I can't help it. Alright. Hey, Pete, I want you to get invested in this game so you can draw more cutes. Do it. When you're not busy with the commish. Anyway, go eat. Have a good time. I'm probably going to keep playing for like another hour. Alright, let's see. So I went down this staircase, and this is actually leading to the star where I have to go. So let me try the other staircase. To see where that takes me. This is how this game is, honestly, in a lot of the ruins. Especially, oh my gosh, I'm just remembering some of the later ruins that I did, and I'm just like, not looking forward to it. Like, I like it, because it's like alternate stuff, you can find some cool things and all that nonsense. My issue with it, not really an issue, but just one of the things about it is that what am I trying to say? Is that some ruins, the first room is like, here's 5 staircases that take you to 5 separate areas that are not connected. Have fun. It's like, no, I hate that crap in games. I hate when they give you too many split paths, you know? Because you obviously want to explore them all, and you want to see what's different about them all. And good gosh, it's just a nightmare. Was there another staircase, or was I imagining that? No, there's another one, okay. Who texted me? Oh. That's not important at all. Apparently I still have 3 viewers, even though Pete left, so whoever is still here, hi. I hope, like, I know I'm being harsh on this game, and actually, you know what, I'm not going to say that, because I'm not being harsh on this game, I'm being honest. And I hope that anyone here who likes the game isn't, like, mad about it, because I know how easy it is to get mad when people don't like a game you like. Trust me, I know that. But for me, it's not even a matter of not liking it. I'm having fun right now. You know, like, if I didn't like the game, I wouldn't be having fun. If you want to see me not having fun, look forward to my future stream of Tales of Zestiria 2. That'll be fucking hilarious. In the worst possible way. I actually really want to do that, like, no joke. If I ever get the ability to stream Tales of Zestiria 2, I'm gonna fucking do it. But...
Cerise,
like,
your right side was wide open.
I'm just disappointed in this game, really. Like, in some aspects of it. Mainly the story, and a lot of my gripes with the game come from the final act. I found the final act to be the worst part of this game. And the resolution was, it was so standard and just so dull, you know? So that my biggest issue came from that. So when I finished the game, I was just left with such a negative, like, sad, disappointed feeling that I didn't even bother loading up the game again to do post-game stuff. I didn't, because I was like, what's the point, you know? Why? I didn't feel like it. But now I'm like, well, not only am I looking forward to play the game to see if I still feel the same way, I'm also looking forward to playing the game because now I get to do post-game stuff, you know? I get to see like because like when I loaded up, I did load up the game once after I beat it, and it said, "Hey, now that you've completed the game, you can do some of the special ruins and explore new, cool, crazy stuff." And I'm like, "Ooh, that kind of could be interesting, but I don't want to do it, so I'm not gonna do it." So I'm actually looking forward to doing it this time. What are your arts like? Demon Fang. So you have Serpent Snare and Earth Rave. Earth Rave is on side and Serpent Snare is on top. But I have to reach those through her other art, which is on any direction. There's Serpent Snare, and then what's Earth Rave? Earth Rave look like. Okay, I see.
Cerise, your right side.
Oh my gosh, she's not listening to her. You know what's going on? She's like telling him that, and he's like, "Wow, you're pretty." Don't blame him. I don't blame him. I mean, even if I was to like stream, let's say like Xenoblade Chronicles X again, that was a game I liked. It had a ton of issues, but I liked it. Oh, I probably would never stream it because just.
Careful.
Yes. What? Where?
Above.
I can see it. Don't. It's poisonous.
Stop. Lila, get back.
Okay.
Fepus Mioma. Rate of fire.
Oh, I'm not even controlling him.
Burn away.
Oh, they're immune to fire. Or not immune, but fire is not good against them. I remember this fight.
Burning shards. Blood moon.
And there's 3 of them. That's unnecessary. Will this continue if I keep playing as her, or do I need to swap back to Cerise? I mean, I'm kind of killing it.
Leave it to me, Alicia.
There we go, I healed her.
Vermilion Crescent! I need a hand! Burn! Burn away! Pillars of Flame! Vermilion? Oh no! The Armatus' attacks aren't working on them!
They're resistant to fire. My power's no use on them.
Cerise.
But we have no other choice!
I mean, I don't know, I'm killing them pretty hardcore.
Purgatory of Flame!
Yeah, I kind of killed the other 2 already. This is the part where Mikleo is supposed to come in and save us.
There's still so many of them.
Dang! Twin blow!
I was about to say, this is game over. This is where we die. Is the
Mikleo!
boy.
You couldn't have timed that better.
Lila, let me become your sublord.
Are you sure about this?
Wait, hold on now!
You're right. I am stubborn as a rock.
Huh?
I admit it. I'm hellbent on becoming a sublord. But there's something important that you don't understand.
I do understand. I just didn't want you to get involved.
Get over yourself. Do you really think this is your dream alone?
Cerise, do as Mikleo says.
You can hear him too?
This is our dream. Now, Lila!
Very well.
Here you go, getting my second
Oh,
serif.
born of the sacred currents of peace.
Mikleo! Lila!
Here let our path be forged, that my unquavering incandescence may be as thy purification. Shouldst thou accept this burden, recite aloud your etc.
Etc.?
Now for the Armatus. Mikleo, give Cerise your true name.
He already knows.
You bet I do!
Oh my!
Here we go, Mikleo!
Let's end this.
Is this truly a Hellion?
Oh
This is our Armatus.
Oh my gosh, I love this form.
I'm counting on you.
It has stupid amount of range.
Hang on, everyone. Here it comes. Breakdown. As your assault. Aiming fire. Break on through.
Do I have a Mystic Art in this form? Elixir Vitae, Aqua Limit. I do. I guess it activates the same way. Alright, let's do it.
Blue flurry. Breakdown. Hang on, everyone. Water. My foe is the heavens. The vortex swallows you. Aqua Limit.
Wow, that was amazing, you two.
Oh, were you able to remove it?
Now that you mention it, it just came off.
I wonder why.
Does it really matter? Besides, this means that I can now use the Armatus at will, right?
Lost those training wheels. Look at you.
Shut up.
Makes sense. So, that's why you couldn't take it off before.
Mikleo, I wanted to say...
Don't thank me. After all, I merely did this for my own dream.
I know that.
I feel oddly envious.
Agreed.
Alicia, don't tell me.
Yes. Not only can I hear your voice, I can see you now.
No way! You can see Seraphim now?
She can?
I think it just goes to show how strong you've already gotten.
Maybe we do have a fighting chance against this Lord of Calamity.
Maybe.
Lila, Mikleo, please accept my sincerest gratitude for saving me.
It was nothing, I assure you. But you're welcome.
I thought we weren't supposed to be thanking you.
Guess there's no
They're
need to worry.
such boys. It's
All
so
right,
great.
The waterfall is just up ahead.
Alright, now we got Mikleo in the squad. Party lineup. When Shepard's ready, Seraphim can have blah, 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 blah. When Cerise is the sole human in the party, only one Seraph mage win in battle. If a human squire joins him, an additional Seraph. But why? But why? Alright? There's absolutely no reason the game in 20 whatever this game released in should ever limit your... Why do I... Did I get 109 grade for that? How and why? Defeated a powerful foe using no items. Defeated a foe with a mystic art. Holy shit! Holy fuck! Unexpected. No, I just, like, I forget what I was gonna say. Like, I got 100 grade from that fight, apparently.
Ready, everyone? Aye.
Now we have a full squad? Alright, I was gonna try to use Mikleo's Mystic Art, but because, once again, they share everything in Armatization. Using that art, got rid of the chance to use it.
I will fight evil.
That's really cool. I'm so glad I got to see it. Oh, let me actually turn it on for everybody. Primal Embrace. That's her stronger one. So let me, and Concerto Infernus is the first one. Flamberge. Bolt Tempest, Divine Wrath. Armatized Fire, Armatized Water, Aqua Limit. Crystal Rod, Rhyme Slaughter. Oh, I've never used it. Primal Embrace. I've never used this one either. Really? So I guess we need to find out what those are. Heck, I don't even remember using fucking Cerise's second one, Divine Wrath. So I guess we should try that out, I suppose, at BG5. Let me turn off their weaker ones so they don't waste the points. So is it the same thing? After a 4-hit combo, okay. Yeah, 4 hits. And it takes 5 BGs. Alright, so everyone, okay. Can anyone even get up to 5 right now? Lila can't. She's at 3 and that looks to be her max.
Experience leads to confidence. Who's next?
Well, I'm gonna leave them on just in case. I guess I can look at... How do I see that? Like what a character's stats are. Their max blast gauge. It doesn't even say. It just says 1, 1, 3. Okay, there it is. Currently, Cerise is the only one who can reach BG5. Lila caps out at 3, and Alicia caps out at 4, and Mikleo caps out at 3. So they'll need new equipment to get them over that hump. Alright, so then, yeah, whatever then. Let's turn back on this stuff. Well, Primal Embrace does say new. As does Rhyme Slaughter. So I guess they were added to me because it's a new game plus. But as soon as I can get to BG5, that's what I'm going to do. For now, though, we'll stick with their first Mystic Arts. Do the Armatizations have Mystic Arts? I mean, they do, obviously, but they have second ones. Aqua Limit and Flamberge. Nope. Alright. Elixir Vitae.
Keep your focus.
They're stunned. Go! That's the way. Right.
No, not items, arts. Did she get new ones? No. Did she get new attack arts? No.
Try hard. I must try hard.
Let us not be full of ourselves and continue.
I'm having fun. See, like, when I guess it's true. Like, yeah, I have gameplay issues. The potty thing is my issue. The story, it really depends.
I don't think we've checked that monolith out yet.
Sometimes I'm like, eh, with the story. Other times I'm like, this is cool. But, you know, it's just the ending, the resolution. It's always stuck in my mind. So every time I think, if I ever see a moment in the story where I'm, oh, this is cool, and then I remember the ending, I'm like, but is it worth it?
Purification complete.
Another cool thing is like, or interesting, is that the Mystic Arts in this game start with the anime cut-in. In other games, they happen in the middle of the character's Mystic Art, like during it. So that's interesting. I forgot that that was like how it happened. That's why when I first did Bolt Tempest, I was like so surprised at how quickly it happened. I thought there'd be a bit more lead up to it. Elixir Vitae.
Still looks plenty pure to me. Hey, Mikleo, do you think you can freeze this water?
Huh? Yeah, don't see why not.
Then freeze it and let us bring it back to the sanctuary. Ice is highly resistant to being corrupted by malevolence.
Very well. I'll give it a try.
Thank you very much. That should suffice.
Now, before this melts, we'd better take care of our other problem.
What?
Ah, the Earth and Historia finally activated.
Lila, what was that?
The Earth in Historia. It finally reacted to something.
So that was something real from the past.
Did you see that, Mikleo? He was writing the celestial record.
Yeah, that must have been the author.
There are more Earth and Historia where this came from. If we obtain them, surely we can obtain more information about the past.
Oh man, this is too sweet!
This is only the beginning. Don't get so worked up, or you'll just wear yourself out.
Right.
Whoa, hang on!
He's burning up.
This is a result of the pact we made with Mikleo. He'll get better after some rest at the inn.
3 days again, or what?
If we want to cool him down, I guess I better make some more ice.
Part of me is like, make sure you don't overwrite your completed file. But I'm like, what's the point? I'm not gonna ever
His
use
fever
that
has
file
gone
again.
down.
I'm surprised it only took him 1 day to recover. It took 3 when he forged the pact with me.
He's definitely got natural ability as a shepherd.
Mikleo.
Oh, thanks for helping with the letters, by the way. I caught up with everyone I needed to.
It's okay. I rather enjoy writing letters.
Are you awake?
I must have fainted again. Sorry.
You gave me quite a backache.
You looked like you were floating. I told the innkeeper you were just doing some sort of magic trick.
Well, I never was any good at lying anyways.
Don't overexert yourself. You still need to rest.
I'll be fine. We gotta find the Lord of the Land, and someone to pray at the sanctuary before the ice melts.
Okay,
But-
wait a minute.
The shepherd has spoken. Is it not the duty of the Prime Lord, Sublord, and Squire to follow him?
So I brought it up earlier. I was gonna bring it up earlier, but then I forgot because I got distracted. So in that cutscene, in the like when Mikleo was helping us fight the poison things, he was like, Rose. Man, I'm like all out of whack. Alicia was like, "Oh my gosh, Mikleo, like sorry, do what Mikleo says." She's like, "You can hear him," but she's like, "Yeah, I can see you." And just now she's like, "It looked like you were floating." So can you see them or not? Or did other people say like, "How is Cerise floating?" And she just thought that was funny. Because I feel like there's a point later in the game where we come back to talk to Alicia and she can't see them again. It's like, what the hell? Like, game, stay consistent. Unless I'm stupid.
You sure like soft serve ice cream, don't you?
Yeah, I used to eat it all the time. Mikleo would make it for me.
Mikleo was making sweets for Cerise?
Cerise gets carried away easily when he starts reading the celestial record. I had to practically force food down his throat just to get him to eat.
I see. I can totally imagine that.
Then you could have at least made something a little healthier.
What do you want me to do about it? I couldn't go hunting by myself as a kid.
You two sure get along fine.
So I mean, I'm not crazy, right? I know it's like once again thinking ahead into the game, but I think when we revisit Alicia when she joins the party for that one brief moment again, she can't see the seraphim. Like I'm pretty sure she says something like that. Like even just now I'm really confused. Like can she see them or not? All right, what's up? We finally have the vessel. Finding Father Bruno. I hope we don't meet any more powerful Hellions. I wish I could return to my ignorance. Ah yes, go check on the workers at the hillside. I know Father Bruno is somewhere in town. I think he probably was, even back before I left. I just didn't look for him because I kind of forgot about him. I'm like, oh yeah,
Seraphim,
Ruins
whose
time.
blessings yet dwell in this land. Turn thine ears to our prayers.
Thank you so much, Father Brunor. Thanks to you, my son's legs have healed considerably.
No need to thank me. It is your diligent prayer that has made the difference. Be steadfast and pure in mind and spirit as you continue to pray for the health of your son.
A contribution to the sanctuary.
I told you before, madam. I'm afraid I can't possibly...
Please accept it. There's something I've realized. Merely praying for help is an offense to the seraphim. It is a selfish act for personal gain.
Who told you such a thing?
Well, no one in particular.
You'll need money to pay for your son's treatment, won't you? Use this towards that end instead, for the sake of your son.
My son feels the same as I do. Everyone says the same thing. His wounds were punishment for his selfish prayers. And there are even those who spread vicious rumors about myself and you, Father Brunor. Please, I beg of you, accept this so that we might be saved.
Very well. I shall humbly accept your gift as a token of you and your son's gratitude.
Oh, thank you so much. Now, perhaps these rumors will finally come to an end. May you receive the blessing of the Seraphim, Father.
Right, the blessing. Guess I'll buy a drink.
But no, Brunner, you can't do that. You're a holy man.
Princess.
I'm here to ask a favor.
Of me? What could I...
We would like to ask you to enshrine and look after a new seraph in our town's sanctuary. This is a request from the Shepherd.
The Shepherd? You mean this boy is the... Forgive me.
You are not to be blamed. It is the fault of the royal family that so many have strayed from the noble path.
Excuse me, if I may? It's nice to meet you. My name's Cerise.
Huh?
I'd like you to be the one to worship at the sanctuary for the protection of Lady Lake. I'm sorry for all the trouble I've caused by pulling the sacred blade so carelessly. I know I'm still a fledgling shepherd who hasn't gotten used to things yet, but I promise I will do my best.
Yes, of course. It's quite all right. Please, do not prostrate yourself so.
Thank you.
Oh, Saray.
This request comes from me as well. Please, help me so that I in turn may help this inexperienced but pure of heart shepherd.
Of course. I am honored that I may possibly be of service to ones such as yourselves. Though I am frail of body, I shall perform the task at hand with the entirety of my spirit.
I'm glad. Yeah. Oh, man. My foot's asleep.
Seriously?
Oh gosh, that's the worst. So we have the
Father Brunor, when you're ready,
the
I will
vessel
come
and the
visit you
guy.
again.
We just need the seraph.
As you wish. Do be careful.
Well,
All right.
that's one way to ask a favor, I guess.
It was very Saray.
Yes, I think this helped the priest as well.
I'm just, the more that I see of Alicia again, the more depressed I get. Like, the more I hear her talk, like her interactions, I just, how the hell could they screw up so bad? It's like, it's not even a, I guess you could say it's kind of like a Kratos and Zelos thing, where you start Tales of Zestiria with Kratos in your party, then he leaves, and you get Zelos, who basically has his arts and his moveset, like almost entirely. And then at one point later in the game, you swap back to Kratos briefly. Not true. I thought it was, but it's not true. There's a point in the game where Kratos actually joins your party, but Zelos is still there, and you have them both in your party. And then he leaves again after that, and depending on how you play the game, you could either never get Kratos back, or you can switch back to Kratos forever. You know, but then you don't get Zelos. It gives you an option at least. In this game though, it's like once Alicia's gone, she's gone. You get her back for one boss fight, and then she's gone again. And it's just such bullshit. Like, why? You know what the game should give you as like a reward for like beating it New Game Plus or something? It should give you Alicia in your party and able to format her in there if you want. Swap her out with Rose. But not like quote-unquote the real Alicia. Like, it doesn't need a story reason. Like, Alicia can still be wherever she is at the end of the game. But like, you can just use her and have her in your party. She doesn't even need to have any battle interaction. She just needs to be there. Because it's so bullshit. I know I'm going to be harping on this a lot. But don't worry. I won't. Like, once Alicia leaves the party, I'll just be like, well...
It's quick with its attacks. It'd be best to use hidden arts.
Not yet. 8 legs? What kind of creature is this?
Be careful of those legs. They get longer. Eagle's attack? What?
Everyone okay?
I wonder if there's a way to hear that if you miss it. Get back here. What? What is this? I hope my sister can catch one of my streams of this game at some point. I'm interested to hear more of her thoughts as well. I mean, we've already talked about it at length in like 2 or 3 separate video conversations. But I'd just like her to be here and to watch me actually play the damn thing. I think that'd be cool. This is some rain. It was such a tremendous downpour that the bridge collapsed entirely. Yeah. I actually don't know if holy men are not allowed to drink. Maybe in the real world, but this isn't real world. This is Zesty Land, so maybe here they're allowed. Crystal Rod! See? It's so cool!
So this is the power of purification.
My powers aren't much, but I try.
He just did that. Like, I didn't tell him to do that. He was like, I'm gonna do this. And I'm like, do it, boy. And he did it. Except I didn't say anything, because I didn't know he was gonna do it. He just did it. For some reason, I find it funny how you can just find chests on the overworld. I don't know. I just think it's funny.
Focus, guys!
I was about to say, why is Cerise not using his Mystic Art? Then I remember that I turned it off. Oh, maybe I made a mistake. Did I make a mistake? Oh gosh. I think I made a mistake. Oh, that's not good. I forgot they got this strong when you did like one of these encounters. The dangerous encounters. I guess that's why they're called dangerous encounters. Oh my gosh, get away, get away, get away! Ah! If I game over here, I'm gonna fucking scream.
Retreat!
Oh my gosh, that was so close. I did not realize. I forgot, like, I'm like, oh, I think I can handle this. I'm a New Game Plus. I got 2 times the XP. No, I could not handle that. Oh my gosh, that was scary. So who has a healing art? Resilient 8, there it is. Can I use it? Can I not use arts in the menu? Doesn't say anything about that. How about you? Imbuement. No, yeah. Huh. Gosh, I was not expecting them to be so powerful. What level are we? 14. They were only 3 levels higher than us, and they absolutely rocked our world. Ah, yes, I forgot about this mountain. I mean, I didn't really. I'm kind of feeling hungry. We just got food, so I should probably go eat some. I'll wait. No, I'll keep playing. If I can at least resolve this and get the Lord of the Land, I think that'll be a good like cutoff point for tonight. And then tomorrow I can play a ton more, because I'm off all day tomorrow. I don't think I'll stream Sunday, though. Because I like to have some time to do other things that don't involve talking at a screen. Even though it is a lot of fun, I enjoy it. Yeah, I'm gonna ignore him.
What happened?
We're investigating the collapse of Grifflet Bridge. The cause may be flooding from the rains.
It wasn't caused by rain.
The current is odd considering the water level.
I have a bad feeling about this.
You should evacuate.
Finally, someone who's talking some sense.
Who are you?
All right, do as Cerise suggests.
Cerise? You can't possibly mean the Shepherd.
I mean,
If he
who
is,
else?
Maybe he can stop the floods.
You really think there's anything that can stop the water spirit's rampage? Water spirit?
It's terrible. Destroyed the bridge in an instant. It's some sort of monster.
Silence! Enough with your nonsense!
This is a situation where I would believe that people are unwilling. Because it's like, if monsters exist in the world, why would people not believe, like, fairy tales? But in this game, they can't see the true form of monsters. So it makes sense to someone go like, a monster! And you're like, what are you, a 5-year-old? I remember this fight sucking when I originally played the game. For one reason. I was playing the game on, like, hard, I think. And because I'm like, I played Tales, I could do this, and this guy had so much HP, it took forever.
People, it probably looks like a huge water spout.
It looks pretty strong.
Careful of his rising coil attacks. It spins and plunges into you.
Demon Bang! Demon Bang! Protect never!
What level is he anyway? 13 only? Okay. I mean, we're 13, I think. Or we're 14. I already forgot. Oh, that was a long combo. Relatively speaking, of course. I say this even though I did like a 200 hit combo in Best Speed not that long ago. I just love how I call this game Zesty and that one Best Speed. I mean, it's not me; it's a fandom thing. I'm pretty sure that was those names were decided on long before I played them, because I'm late to both these games. Or I was late to. Like, I played Zestiria for the first time ever 1 year ago, and I played Vesperia for the first time ever like 2 months ago when it came out on Switch. So yeah, I'm late to these games as fuck.
Prepare yourself! Go! Whenever! Like light! Sonic Rock! Shatter Ready?
717 HP left.
Ready? Freeze Lancer! May your soul! Ready? Fluid Surge! Move drop away!
What's he doing? What's he doing? He's spinning. Why is he spinning? Is he healing himself? Are you kidding me? Just what we need, an enemy with a stupid amount of HP. He went to 700. He doubled his HP. Why would you do that? Oh, he survived. Stop healing yourself. That's so busted. Mikleo, are you gonna do anything? Why is he just standing there? Oh, come on! Is this seriously happening right now? Hey, Lila, can you hit him with a Mystic Art? Oh.
Saray, your right side was wide open.
Really? I need more practice.
In shreds and tatters. What's that for? KO'd one time. Oh my gosh, getting KO'd takes away like half your points. Yeah, I guess that was Saray. I didn't think he died, but he did.
What? The Hellion turned into a seraph?
Blasphemy.
The other way around. Hellions that are strong enough to manifest themselves are those that were once seraphim.
A seraph can become a Hellion?
And seraphim that have completely turned into Hellions are known as dragons.
Dragons? Those really exist?
Oh, so that thing we just fought was a dragon.
So, then the legends were true.
So the wrecking of the bridge was all my fault. I'm so ashamed. If you hadn't been here to purify me, I don't know what would have happened. Thank you.
I'm really glad that we were able to save you.
I am Uno, young Shepard.
Saray.
Uno.
In exchange
Hola.
for saving you, we would like to ask you a favor. Would you be willing to listen? I would ask you to bless Lady Lake.
But as things currently stand in that town...
Lady Alicia, are you all right?
I'm fine. The water spout has disappeared.
See, I told you she'd be fine. Nothing can hurt our princess when she's got the shepherd at her side.
Weren't you the one shaking in his boots earlier?
Prove it.
Still, the rain has suddenly stopped, and the currents have calmed significantly.
This, too, must be the power of the shepherd.
I always thought it was just a fairy tale. To think I'd see the friggin' shepherd with my own eyes.
Hey! Watch your language in front of the shepherd.
He said friggin'.
It looked to me like the shepherd just cut right through the water spout. I doubt anyone will believe me, though.
Who cares? I'd rather believe in the miracles of the shepherd. Friggin' water spirit can kiss my hairy butt.
Hey,
Ew.
what happened to watching your language?
So there are still people here who believe. Well, you did help me get back to my old self.
Then can you help?
I shall become the Lord of the land for the domain of Lady Lake.
Thank you, Uno.
And you must be the Prime Lord? You've picked a fine shepherd.
I agree.
Let's go. Father Brunor is waiting for us.
Who's this creeper? Stop creeping. It's not cool. I don't enjoy the creeper. Alright. Everything's in place. Yes, indeed. We've got the Lord of the Land. We got the vessel. We got the man, I guess. Is that what Father Bruner qualifies as? No big deal. I saw a giant water spout and I hit it with my sword and it just gone. I mean,
I am your opponent, Hellion. You're stunned. Go! Hang on, everyone! Wonderful! You're stunned. Go!
Sweet dreams!
Another go!
How's this?
Wait, I did it! This is my brain!
Not bad.
Go, children! Punch it!
You can eat as much as you want whenever you're not feeling well.
as much as I like using Alicia now that I don't have to worry about, like, you know, to appreciate her before she leaves, I need to build up Cerise's blast gauge so I can see his Mystic Art. His second one, because I forgot what it was. Okay, knock it off. Right there, I had Aqua Blade, cool, and I did Tiger Blade as well.
My will shall pierce thee, just like this spear.
I like how formal Alicia is too, just the way she talks. It reminds me of Del Toro Quest, one of my favorite book series of all time. That game, that book series, very formal, the way the characters address each other. From what I remember, at least. Shannara was a lot like that too. I enjoyed it. I got Earth Dragon Fang now.
Purification complete.
I forgot how easy getting great in this game was. Yeah, I got Earth Dragon Fang, and I got Sword Flare too. So I got Freeze on the left, Fire on the right. I always forget where they are. And I got Sonic Thrust and Heavenly Torrent. Wait, no. Shatter Fang. On down, Sonic Thrust on up. Cool. Flicker Flame. I was wondering if I would get more arts. I mean, I knew I would. I was just wondering when. Actually, let me check also the title, if the title's done. Next art, Shadow Shock. I guess it's not. Shattered Deluge, Spinning Top, Molten Wall. Paper Mages. Staff Mages. Well, now his stuff's maxed out, so I can give him new shit. Pardon me for being quiet. I'm just doing good old-fashioned RPG stat shit. Although I'm doing it with not much care. I'm just putting on whatever I think looks good at the time. I don't have that much equipment actually. I'm kind of surprised. I didn't make the just joints. So I guess it makes sense as to why he's oh, new sword. Why he's low on the stat stuff. Any enemies out here? So I can try my new loadout on? No one? Ah, snake. Perfect.
Victory shall be mine. Here goes. Ready? Strike.
Sonic Cross, I got him.
Such is what I expect of the Seraphim's power.
There, I used my new arts. Very briefly, but I used them. I think after we fix the bridge, that means our next destination is Maryland. Unless I'm forgetting something that we do before we go there. Everything is in place. Why not get it? It's on sale. I'm just looking for any excuse to, like, level up the place. It's not gonna happen anytime soon, but I would like to try. I mean, why not, right? Maybe the whole Shepard thing was a rumor after all. Yeah, people don't really believe in me.
Oh, truly, this power is the stuff of miracles.
Looks like he really can't sense us at all.
I shall worship this sacred water with all my being. Oh, venerable Uno, I am yet inexperienced, but would that I could serve thee for all eternity.
But he is earnest. I'll at least give him that.
Could be worse. There, now Uno has his domain.
What was that? I feel like a sort of wind just blew right through me.
The blessing has returned to this town.
This town is now under my domain.
Yep.
And in order to maintain the blessing, I will need cooperation from the people.
Indeed, there are all kinds of methods besides prayer that one can use to uphold the blessing.
Like?
For example,
I see. I'll be sure to give it a try.
This sure sounds like a pain to me.
I will do what little I can.
What's wrong?
I can still feel a powerful malevolence. And it's not far off. It's somewhere in town.
That's
Really?
the royal palace.
Oh, right, I
This
forgot
is a
about that.
Conversation with the seraphim? A bunch of lunatics talking to themselves out loud?
You are?
I am a messenger from Chancellor Bartlow of the Highland government. I have come to invite Cerise to a private dinner conference in light of his great suffering for the sake of Lady Lake.
Have you been watching over Cerise?
He's been creeping.
Not at all. In fact, I was quite surprised. that the Princess of Highland, as distant as her claim to the throne may be, would have relations with the Shepherd that are so intimate. I'm sure this news will please your beloved subjects to no end, Your Highness.
If you are insinuating that...
Alicia. Where to?
Roundtable Palace.
Very well. Tell Bartlow I accept his proposal.
Jeez, that guy looks stuffy as all get out.
Please, you mustn't get involved with the Chancellors. I can feel it from them.
The malevolence does seem to be coming from them.
I apologize for being so weak.
Don't worry, it's true. We really do want to see what's going on at the palace.
It'll be our first time. You'll have to be our guide.
Just as you have been to me.
Blessing for Lady Lake region has been restored. I can now interact with the Lords of the Land. Which they give me access to boop boop boop, quick travel. Although I can't do it now because obviously I can set boons and shit. Look at that, he's at boon blessing level 8. Traveler's Repose, bullshit. So Traveler's Repose was 2. You can spend gold to move between save points. All right. Sanctification. Bestow the Lord of Land's blessing on equipment of 10 or higher. Okay, drop rate boost. Traveler's Guide. The God cosplay. Okay, good. Miracle of Life. Once each battle, you can prevent someone from being knocked out. Best used when showing a strong enemy. That sounds cool. Healing Area. Recovery rate will be boosted by 20% when you eat snacks. Treasure Restoration. Hellion Detection. Drop rate boost. I like that. Symbols will appear on your navigation map indicating the location of Hellions. I want this one. Yeah, that's good enough. I can set the Norman. Oh yeah, right, and each Norman increases the enemy level, right. I forgot about that. Offer items. Total grade 1,280. Yeah, I forgot about that. That the grade actually affects the regions of the world individually, which I think is pretty cool, honestly. As much as I would like to keep playing, I'm hungry, and I actually do want to play more. Like, I'm actually having fun. Ah, man, I would love to go on for more, but I'm kind of hungry, so I guess I gotta call it for here. And it's also late. I was gonna go till 10 o'clock, but I'm gonna eat and watch something. I don't know what. And then after that, tomorrow though, I'm gonna be streaming for a lot longer. So look forward to that. We're gonna be doing a lot more. Maybe we'll get out of Lady Lake. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But yes, everyone, thanks for tuning in. This has been a great stream. I'll see you all tomorrow. Until then, hasta.